So hero for the day, linked list, obvious. I think this time around under category uh, fast pointer, slow pointer. So without further ado, obvious, start establish everything. So hero linked list this time around under category slow pointer, fast pointer. Obvious, always forced to actually fight against the hero conditions. There's the after and the before. And I mean, for this, is to, I mean, core objective, like the title suggests, is to find the duplicate number per se, and that what they're doing in the grand scheme of things is to actually detect whether there's like a cycle or no, pretty much. The thing, this is like one of the few times that I'm very much confused with the question by itself, because they were very frustrated that they made the problem so difficult to a point whereby it just makes no sense for a person to be able to solve the problem. So a lot of emphasis onto the mechanism of the solution rather than the problem. So this is one of the few moments that we are very much concerned, not knowing what is like the core objective is. But from the title, what I can infer is that detect duplicate. That's all I get. That's all I know for now. But it's fine. Spit it out, serious. So one thing for sure, what this thing is do is to very much learned why a certain formula kind of like works at the end of the day. For this one's specific during the playout series, it's really to actually determine p is equals to x. I mean that is pretty much the core objective for this one's. For the first time, we are not so much worried about the grand scheme of the Leetcode question, but just a smaller pie of the problem, which is in this case, why is my p equals to x? This is like the core objective that we're trying to solve. So without further ado, play out series. So let's say this value is p per se, and this whole thing is cycle, is c, and if this value is x, obvious this is will be the whole of the cycle minus the x per se, and then y, we need to find out why does x equals to p. So obvious, what you intuitively know is that 2 slow, the 2 multiplied by slow is actually your fast per se. So this is how we sort of like do things. like intuitively this statement is true, so fine. So let's plug in like the values per se. I mean, for slope pointer, how does it travel? It travels to P and then until the endpoint over here, right? If say this is where the slope pointer ends at. But for the first pointer, how you usually does is that it goes to P, go through the whole list of cycle, and then it meets the slope where the slope pointer is, which is over here, which is the C minus X. So as you can see from here, it's like P plus 2 cycle, and that's C plus C minus X, which is equals to this. Fine. Slope pointer P plus C minus X. Fine. Plug the values, 2 multiplied by this, everything plus this, and eventually you work out the equation, you get a P equals to X, and there you have it, P equals to X. For this question specific, obvious that we don't actually talk much about the core objective of like detecting duplicate per se. We so much about proving the P equals to X. We sort of like divert ourselves away from the normal conventional Leetcode question per se, but it's fine. They were very frustrated. We're gonna deal with it, but we do actually start to actually understand the beauty about proving of like items like this in the micro scale of things, so that in the future we can get a better grasp of like the Leetcode question and be able to solve the actual problem. But it's fine. There's a special questions per se, not gonna lie, but yep, everything comes to an end.